Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Kumiko, how are you from TGL Japan? It's very nice to see you again. We are back trying to keep moving, trying to be here. Delta is in everywhere again. The COVID is not going out, but we are here working very hard. Kumiko, in Japan, what happened with the global sports?
Yes, well, actually, we are doing quite okay. Opening the Olympic Games just started in middle of August. Even though we are not allowed to go inside of the theaters and games because no one is allowed to go inside to watch the games. So that we are, all we can do is just to watch the games on TV. But we are trying to, the government, and we are also trying to keep the Delta or COVID-19 as best as possible. We're trying to control it as much as possible. So I think we are doing okay. So encouraging the athletes to do their best performances in the games. So I think, I hope they will enjoy it, and all of the world, the people all over the world watching the TV, the games on TV, will enjoy it too. Yes.
Japan is doing a great work in the Olympics. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Yes.
I know that the logistics in Japan with the Olympics game, it's a little rare. What information do you have about the container situation? Because we believe that one of the generate this new situation is the combine of different Japan marine companies in one.
Yes. Well, a couple of years ago, Caroline, MOL, and USEN merged and combined and created a new shipping company, just to beat another shipping companies from overseas. But at the beginning, one was kind of like struggling to organize three different companies which has different backgrounds, different cultures, even though they're Japanese, but they have each different cultures, backgrounds. Then they have a struggle to organize overseas stations, but now I think they're organizing very well. But besides, they are fighting with this irregular situation with COVID from 2 years ago. So same as another shipping companies, one is suffering to secure equipment and space. So they're also they had to increase the market level to secure equipment and spaces, competing another Asian countries which is calling on the same routes. When there is a route which is calling Japan, for example, Japan, China, and another Asian countries, and Japan, but China has a huge allocation. But Japan, compared to China and another like Indonesia, another Southeast Asian countries, which has bigger allocations than Japan, Japan cannot secure big enough allocation for Japanese suppliers. That's what carriers are struggling to secure space and equipment from another Asian countries which is on the same route, which is on a calling ports. So we, as a supplier and freight forwarder, we always claim to carriers why you cannot give us a space? Why you cannot give us competitive rate? That is not because of the one or one shipping companies. That's because of the allocation competence with another Asian countries like China. That's how Japan is kind of having a very hard time to have enough allocation. That's why Chinese, besides Chinese market, Japanese market is increasing unbelievably recently. That's how happening in Japan.
Thank you very much, because sometimes it's not so clear the information we will have in South America. Kumiko, the situation in Japan is good. We are watching the Olympic Games. We are watching everything is going through. But let me a little bit, what are you watching in relation of the future after COVID?
Well, relations with, for example, relation with carriers or relation with another like a logistics company or a customer? What's about the relation with whom?
with the customers, with what are you watching about the business, you know?
Mm-hmm.
The career will keep be a disaster, but I not expect that this going better in the near future.
Mm-hmm.
But I hope the space in the middle of the holiday of the European people, the European countries, this will be better for everyone.
Yeah. Well, not sure when this situation will be settled, but my prospect is that this situation is going to last at least a couple of weeks, a couple of years. I'm not I'm quite optimist, but this situation won't be settled by the end of this year or next year, because the market, carriers market, is the last thing to get down. The first thing, maybe economy in each country's economy is getting maybe better. Then once each country's economy is getting better and everyone is having a ordinary life back, then they try to move the economy and they try to ship out or import, start export import like ordinary, like before COVID-19. Then the market rate is the last thing that the carrier is going to try to settle down, because now carriers are enjoying this very high potential rate. So it's going to take quite a long time. My prospect is it's going to take maybe 2 years at least. But with relations with customers are quite understood, because the situation is a situation. It's not only happening to us or to particular freight forwarders or carriers, but they understand the situation. But the problem is that they are trying to contact as many forwarders as possible to find a possibility of equipment and space security, and also to get as competitive as possible rates. So that what we need to do is that to take time to keep the customers' relationship as much as possible, then keep the information to the customers. Then if once the market is getting down even slightly, then we try to offer the rates, offer the information to them, then to make them satisfied, to make them feel comfortable to staying with us as long as possible. That's what we need to do to to maintain the relationship with the customers. Then once these situations maybe settled in coming 2 years or 3 years in the future, then I'm sure that they will going to restart the relationship again, and I'm sure that they were going to have another opportunity to need reliable fresh water, so they will choose us. So that's how we need to keep the relationship with the customers.
It's a very good moment to take space for the family. I hope to see you soon with your baby.
Thank you.
And it's very funny to know that we have a lot of activities, but in Japan we have a big friend, Kumiko, and thank you very much for your time for this interview.
Thank you so much for asking me this. Anytime. I would love to have an interview with you anytime. Thank you.
Thank you very much.